Hello, I'm Dominic Walker, JMW's Inside Man. My guest is Lucy Marlow. Lucy is a senior associate solicitor within JMW's intellectual property department. So people like me, Lucy, are getting all excited for the Commonwealth Games. I know that the specific legislation around the Commonwealth Games, and in particular about ambush marketing. What is ambush marketing?
So ambush marketing, Dominic, is when a business tries to create a link with a large sporting spectacle, such as the Olympics, the Football World Cup, or the Commonwealth Games. But the difference between good marketing and ambush marketing is that the ambush marketeers have not paid for the rights to do so. So they're not official sponsors or partners. And I can think of large-scale ambush marketing campaigns that everyone probably remembers, such as the South Africa World Cup, when the Dutch brand Bavaria beer had 36 female supporters inside the stadium in orange outfits advertising their beer, or back many years ago at the Atlanta Olympics, when Nike handed out swoosh logo flags on to the fans as they were entering the stadium. So the stadium ended up being one massive giant advertisement for Nike, and neither of those businesses had paid for the rights to do so. So those are good large scale examples of ambush marketing. You've also got then smaller scale, such as local businesses entering into social media campaigns where they use words that associate themselves with the Commonwealth Games or the Olympics, like "let's go for gold," or because the word gold might be trademarked, for example, or "we're all Olympians," for example. Like things like that are also examples of ambush marketing.
So when can the Commonwealth Games, for example, stop businesses associating themselves?
So there are various legal constraints which apply to the Commonwealth Games. The most common intellectual property rights that are relevant here are trademarks and sometimes copyright as well. There's also specific event legislation. So going to the trademark point, the Commonwealth Games own 104 different trademarks. The Birmingham Organising Committee for the 2022 Birmingham Olympic Games own 52 trademarks. There's obvious trademarks such as, Commonwealth Games, etc., Birmingham 22, but also quite unusual ones like the word gold, for example, is also trademarked. So if you use the word gold or Commonwealth Games in any marketing campaign, you're at risk of potential trademark infringement claim.
Yeah, so you mentioned some of these risks. When should businesses take advice?
I'd say that if you're going to launch a marketing campaign and that you know that you're going to be trying to gain an association with the Commonwealth Games, you should take legal advice. It's common. Local businesses will often want to get involved, show their support and feel like, well, why shouldn't we commercially benefit from these games taking place in our city, which is a great honour, but you do need to be careful. And the kinds of things that you need to be careful with are, like, obviously a Commonwealth Games theme, using tickets for promotional purposes, handing out freebies near the stadium, associating with our athletes, and generally just making sure that your marketing team are aware of these risks and take legal advice before launching any campaigns.
And for any businesses who do get that dreaded letter from a lawyer, what should they do?
Well, first of all, take it seriously and quickly take legal advice, especially if you receive that letter during the Commonwealth Games. You need to take advice, and it might be the case that you need to quickly take down that content. But also you need to properly understand whether or not the claims that are being alleged against you, do stand strong. So has there been an infringement? And if it's the case that the other side are requesting financial compensation, you need legal advice as to whether or not that sum is an appropriate sum. And that's something that here at JMW we can help with.
Lucy, thank you so much for your insight. I find it absolutely fascinating. And if you'd like to speak to Lucy and the intellectual property team, you can email insideman@jmw.co.uk or call 0161 82 81 999. I'm Dominic Walker, JMW's Inside Man.